Hey guys, Augiesaint here and welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and I want to share with you guys my plan to push the breaker as high as I can on day one, as I will be main swapping over to breaker. If you guys have been following the stream on the channel so far, we are gonna send it to the moon as hard as we can. I have this little checklist that I've put together, and I have sat all morning trying to figure out if this is everything. I asked my buddy Mr. Bruley to proofread it for me, and he suggested I add something to it. So with the help of Mr. Bruley, we have completed what I believe to be the most efficient, fastest way to get your breaker up without losing any materials on day one. But the reason I'm actually trying to get this video out now is that we can leave this thing. I will leave this up in the description so you guys can all check it out, as well as any suggestions from you guys throughout the week, because we do have another 5 days before breaker actually officially comes out. I will be streaming all of this over at twitch.tv/Augiesaint. You can see the link down below over there. So if you guys have any suggestions, please drop by the stream, drop by my Discord, chuck down in the comments in this video, wherever. If you have any suggestions that we missed, let us know so we can add it to this list so everybody can have the best experience on their breaker day one. But without further ado, so step number one is to log on to your main. As you can see over there, the main is the character that is selected over here as your main character. So log on to that character and then you should receive the Southburn Power Pass in your mailbox. Alright, so you've claimed your Southburn Power Pass. Then step number 2, log in and select your breaker on your male fighter. As you guys can see in the background there, I made a video recently about actually making your breaker so long. I just have a male martial artist sitting in the background waiting to actually be able to select breaker. So skip in there, skip the prologue, log out, and then select to use the Power Pass. So you'll do everything, you'll skip the prologue. Then as soon as you can log out, you log back out, and you come to the character screen, you hit Power Pass, and then you use your event Power Pass, and then you can actually get everything started on your breaker. And then the next thing I would do is equip all the armor and finish the quick guide quest so you can actually get to honing. I believe we get the Brel Ancient gear with the new Power Pass. I'm not sure what item level it starts at. Maybe 1445, but if nothing, I mean the Southburn Power Pass usually puts you at 1415, but that gives you the relic gear. Now we'll actually receive the Ancient relic gear, so that might put us at a little bit of a higher item level, maybe not. I have no idea, we'll have to wait and see. You still have to hone it up either way, so we'll just have to see what happens there. But finish all the little guide quests up. You've got to go talk to the honing guy, the pet guy. You guys know all that shenanigans. Do all that stuff so you can move on. And then step number 4, I'd say go to your Stronghold real quick just to chuck your breaker in the trading camp so you can actually start getting XP for it. You will be getting a lot of XP potions and stuff. Maybe they actually get you to 60 this time around, but usually it ends you around 58, 59 once you finished out the event quest. So just go chuck your breaker in the training camp, and while you're in your Stronghold, you'll make sure that you have all the honing buffs unlocked, as there was a few last time with the last Makoko Express. I did go rewatch my video with the Arrow one, and there was a few honing buffs that I actually didn't have, so maybe they stealthily add a few honing buffs. Just go make sure that in your Stronghold it's usually right at the bottom in the research lab. And then I have a note over there, the Road to Theomin event should be accessible for characters 1460 and upwards. Maybe it's 1490, maybe it's a little bit lower. But from all the info that I've seen, it was around 1460 is where you can actually do that. Now that is separate from the Makoko Express. This is kind of similar to the Soul Eater one, where you get the increased drops from your Arcan and all that stuff, so you can actually make your gear a lot faster. So just to keep that in mind, you're going to need to get to whatever it is, 1460 or whatever, to actually go ahead and activate it. And you should activate it as soon as you can on your breaker or whatever character it is you may be choosing. And then step 5, make sure to buy all the leftover materials and things you might have in the Legion Commander shop. So Clown, Brel, Arcan, I can show you guys where these are, because some of these things are actually character bound. Here now, Augiesaint is down the bottom here, the Legion Raid Commander shop, but pretty much every little city has this. So make sure you buy, okay, let me see remaining items, view all. There's a lot of stuff hidden there at the back there, like these large honor bound. It says bound to rush on pickup, so most of it is pretty free to pick up on your characters now. But if you're not feeling safe, or some of it doesn't look like it anyway, you can just wait until breaker comes out and then go ahead and buy all the stuff. But there's a lot of materials from here. So if you are a newer player, obviously you do need tokens to get this. But if you are an older player like me, you see I have a lot of tokens. I pretty much bought out all of this stuff. And then Mark of Plague there is from Arcan. Make sure you're buying out these boxes now before breaker, and you have been buying these out weekly, because this is a weekly reset. Then you can actually use those through the lower leveling up of your breaker. Should help you a lot. And then Eye of Decay is for exchanging Arcan pieces. You can get a bunch of stuff here as well, but not that important. This is more like card XP. I guess that little thing up there is pretty nice, but it is small, so I wouldn't actually suggest that one. It's not that great value. And then moving on to the next thing, there's also the exchange shop for Kyango, where the currency is shared to buy stuff across your roster. The only thing is you need to actually unlock Augiesaint to get in here, and the shop I am talking about is right up here. Let me show you guys where it is. Takes you about 10-15 minutes to actually just unlock Augiesaint to get to this point. You don't have to run through Augiesaint to unlock this vendor. You pretty much just need to unlock the city, and the vendor is right over there. So you can buy these of your upgrade material chest large. Now this is random what you get in there, but this is character bound, so you'd have to buy this on your character. And if you have been doing high angle at all before, you should have at least 20 of these. See, I have 500 of them, and I actually bought out these as well. These you should be buying out every week too. Some gem chests if you have any excess as well. And then this is bound to character upon acquisition. That's why I have not bought this yet, as that is a level 5 tripod. So I'm going to buy that on my breaker as well. It does, however, have a required item level of 1540, and this one has a required item level of 1490. But just don't forget about the shop, as you probably have a ton of these. It's not the best of value, this honing chest, but I mean, it's free stuff and you have like an excess of these anyway. So go ahead and pick those up. So we just covered that over there. And then step number 6, start honing with your bent buff. Make sure to activate the power to theamine once you get it at item level 1460. Read below for honing tips. Make sure to hone all your gear evenly. Do one piece at a time to get the most out of the Makoko Express event. Don't focus hone piece one at a time. So what I mean by that is, like, don't go hone your weapon to, like, say now we start at plus 10. Don't go hone your weapon to plus 15 straight away, as your average item level is not going to go up incrementally. So you won't be able to get the next step in the Makoko Express, because how it usually works is you get like 1.1415 and then you can claim a bunch of free materials. Then you go up to 1430. That's like plus 1 on all your pieces. And you can get another set of materials and so forth. You go up another one, it's 1445, and you unlock another point and you get some more free materials. The problem is all of those materials are bound, and you can convert them later. I know a lot of people always say, but you can just exchange them over here. But it is at an exchange rate of 5 to 1. So instead of wasting them, just upgrade your armor equally so that you can actually unlock those breakpoints and then just maximize your efficiency with those materials. This is really just trying to min-max everything to the maximum. As you can see there, I've noted it all. Also make sure to use books, as you can on the earlier honing, just makes it so much faster and cheaper to actually hit the putty or just carry on with the honing. And the books are pretty cheap, especially the lower level ones, or you should have a lot of them. I myself have a stack of them saved up from like older raids and buying out the Legion Commander raid shops every week. And then finally, step number 7 is time to get some raids done once you've honed up. I would suggest setting your breaker as a non-gold earner for the week, so you can take advantage of getting free boxes on all your raids after your gold earners have each done a raid. Now with this, your gold earners only need to do 1 raid each. So you just need to, obviously you'd have to do like 7 characters worth of raids, or you can just go on like another little character and do a quick raid or something. Depends how big your roster is. Obviously if you don't have more than 6 characters, then you can't do this. But biggest thing is just set your gold earners. See my gold earners, like say now this was the week the breaker came out, I would set all these as my gold earners, and then that is my other gold earner. She's already done a raid for the week, and then I'll just come and do my raids on my breaker. And you don't have to, if you want to play your breaker first, you can still do that even without setting him as a gold earner. Just do your raids. If you're like burning to play breaker and have some raid fun with him, go ahead and do it. Just make sure to buy your box afterwards, because it's retroactive. So if you go like run on my breaker, I go and run through a con and whatever, and then I get all the boxes. Don't open them then, because they will cost gold. First go run 1 raid on each of your gold earners, and then it will unlock it so that you can actually get your free boxes on your breaker. Then you can log back into your breaker, and all you got to do is go to the Legion raids, and there should be like a little box right over there. You can click and you can buy them, and they should be free, so you can get some free materials on your breaker. And I explain that all over there in this little note. And then just some other notes and tips going into breaker. This is just my little things there, and that's from Mr. Bruley, so shout out to Mr. Bruley. If you have a stockpile of gems saved up like me, I got a bunch of level 7s, you actually want to save them and then roll them on your breaker. So let me show you guys what I mean. See there, I have a bunch of 7s. It's like 5 or 6 8s and like 2 9s, obviously if you do combine them. I still haven't decided what I'm going to combine them to, an 8 or a 9. But just leave them at a 7. And then once you get your breaker, you can actually roll them on your breaker. So you can combine them on your breaker, and there's a small chance it might roll into something you want, like a skill. And it's just going to save you a little bit of silver, especially on the higher end. I believe it's like, what's it, 30,000 for level 7s, 60,000 for 8s, and like 90,000 for 9s. I can't remember how much of it is to reroll, but it does cost a lot of silver to start rerolling. Obviously, you're going to have to reroll them anyway, but you might as well save them now and get that small little chance of them rolling to the gem that you want on your breaker. And then hone your breaker as high as you can before running any chaos or guidance on him. Make use of all the free chaos reset potions and reset potions we have gotten leading up to them, as it will give you a small little boost in your honor shards. Like me, for example, these two are going to run out just before breaker comes out because I went and claimed them on accident. But for example, these, I have 14 of these rested ones. And then I will be claiming this. I could claim this today. Remember I told you guys in the previous video, don't claim this yet. You got to wait until, because these are available for 7 days once you acquire them. So if I acquired them right now today, they should last until a breaker comes out. But I'm gonna actually claim them a little bit later in the week. Maybe around Monday or so, I'll go ahead and claim these, and then they'll be sitting in my roster because they are roster bound, and I can actually use these on the breaker. So use the rest of things, use this, and I can run like 6 chaos dungeons on my breaker in day 1, as well as him having rested as well, because he has been building that up over the last 2 weeks. And then next thing is go play around in Trixion and see what build you actually like. An easy way to do it is you do get the engraving support, and you can kind of like set up the whole class automatically just before you like, unless you know what builds you want to go already and you have seen Saint Tone's guide on Shira, or maybe you've seen something from Benji on King's Fist, you can just go follow their stuff and then build your breaker to that. But if you haven't seen anything and you're not sure which one to play, go mess around in Trixion. Easy way to switch builds is to actually leave Trixion and then use the auto engraving thing to change your build around automatically, so you don't actually manually go ahead and do it in Trixion. Just to save you a little bit of time, so you can go test out the playstyle and see which one you prefer. And then the last tip from Mr. Bruley is don't forget about running your tier 3 tower. Now the tier 3 tower actually gives you a load of materials. I haven't calculated exactly how much, but I seen from the first couple of levels it was like 9,000 shards from like the first, I think it was like 3,000 every 1 or 2 levels. And at the end level, like the last couple of levels, it was even a bigger load of honor shards. It's a lot of materials that you can get for free, so don't miss out on it. And it does start as low as 1490, and then it caps out at 1560 on floor 36. So you should be able to get to 1540-ish relatively easy using the Makoko Express, and you can just hop in a tower real quick and go pump out those couple of early levels, as they should be pretty easy on Breaker, because Breaker is going to be really strong. It's going to have like a lot of shields and stuff and do a ton of damage. Go pump out the towers real quick and get that all done. But that is it for this video. Hopefully it helps you guys out and you guys are excited about Breaker like I am. I can't wait. I actually have a counter on my stream counting down the days, hours, and the minutes until we get Breaker. You should also totally drop by at the streams over at twitch.tv/Augiesaint. I will be live today shortly after this video goes up, and we will be full sending it on the launch of Breaker Day. As soon as the servers are up on Breaker launch, I will be streaming all day and as long as I can and push the Breaker as high as I can. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video helped. If you liked it, please drop a like and a sub to the channel. It helps me out so much, and I'll catch you beautiful peoples in the next one. Augiesaint out.
Run free and dive into the sky. Hear the